Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you are new here. Today I wanted to create a Pinterest room. So I do have a Pinterest board on my Pinterest, obviously, that is all Sims 4 inspiration. So I'll see rooms that I really want to recreate, and half the time I don't get around to doing it, but I saw this one and I thought it was super cute. And I do love doing toddler rooms, which is odd because I don't particularly like, not that I don't like kids, but I don't really want kids. But I love creating toddler rooms because they're super fun to create in the game. So this is a toddler room. You could make it a kid's bedroom by making this area slightly bigger and put a kid's bed in. But this also uses the size down kitchen trick that I did. Because in the picture on Pinterest that there is a little kitchen, so I'll pop a picture up at some point, or you might have already seen it. Right now what I'm doing is trying to make this bed area larger because it does look quite deep on the original picture, and it looks like it's the same depth of the kitchen, which looked to be about 2 squares deep. Like, obviously it's a real life picture, so it's slightly different. So to make it look like it's slightly wider, I'm using the kitchen cabinets, and these Sims can totally walk over. They have no worries, they just walk right through them. It can look a little bit weird sometimes if you put it too far away because your Sims just walk right through them. And then what I end up doing is I was going to do like a double toddler bed and just have the second bed as like not usable, but because of that white little barrier in between, I didn't quite like the look of it. So what I end up doing is using a ottoman on the other side and just putting some pillows and cushions around there. So it's more just decorative. So it's not exactly the same, just because it is The Sims and it's sort of impossible to get things exactly the same. Just like there is no hot air balloon wallpaper, so I end up using a decal and the colours are not quite right. There's no light pinky colour like the rest of the room has. So I've done my best with it. And I did use tool mods for some of the things just to make it easier. You can get away with not using tool mod, but it's just a lot more difficult. So I was like, I'm going to use tool mod for a lot of things just to make my life a lot easier. I use tool mod as well for the little roofing thing. Like, you've seen the picture by now. The roof is on an angle and it's using these wooden things. And I wanted to create that roof sort of look, so I do go ahead and do that. I also make the room slightly smaller because this is way too big. I only want 2 squares wide on this kitchen instead of 3 squares. So I do change that, and I also change the colour of these. I think I do it off camera because I have to sit and individually go through each one to change the colour, because it ended up just being a too much of a lighter tone wood. So I go for more of that mid-coloured wood that's like in between the original swatch and this swatch. It's like a nice in between. So I don't know if there's any rooms that you have seen that you would like me to do. I don't know what the best platform to send me stuff on is, because on Instagram things just go into my requests and I forget to check things on there. But I mean, I can maybe, if I'm saying, or send me rooms you'd would like me to recreate on Instagram, and I will make sure to check my requests and make sure you're sending a picture where it stays up, because I know sometimes you can send a picture and it's just like an instant, it flashes up and then disappears. So yeah, if you want me to recreate a room, go ahead and just send me a picture on Instagram. My Instagram is just StormDesign, the same as it is here. I mean, here technically it has a full stop between the Storm and Design, whereas on Instagram it's just StormDesign, all one word. So yeah, you can go ahead and send me some things to recreate. I do have a lot of videos on my list. It's just whether I can get around to doing them. Some of them are a little bit more difficult. Some of them I just don't know how I want to lay them out yet. So bear with me. People have made requests for specific videos and I just haven't got around to doing them. I do have a job, so that also throws me off doing things quite a lot of the time. I want to thank everyone for all the new subscribers as well as my old subscribers. Like, thank you all for even subscribing to me and watching my videos. It means a lot. I am so close to 20,000 subscribers and I'm almost at the 1 year mark from when I posted my first video. So I'll be super hyped if I can get the 20,000 before I hit the year from my first video. So I uploaded my first video on the 7th of June. So from filming this, I have a week to get about 450 subscribers. So I just want to thank everybody, because I think I could do it, because with the way my channel's going at the minute, I'm doing pretty good, so thank you all so much for that. It does mean the world to me. I've wanted to do YouTube for a very long time, and yeah, it's not a full-time thing at the minute. Like I've already said, I do have a job. This would be an amazing thing to have as a full-time career. Doing something I absolutely love, helping people. I love making tutorials and trying to figure stuff out. So yeah, I would love to do that that is like my end goal. And also, I don't know what you guys think of merch. I don't want merch with my name plastered all over it. It's more like just things that I want to create designs, because I do a bit of graphics design on the side. So things that I really like, especially with fashion, and create stuff that like suits that. I don't know if you guys would be interested. It's just something I've been thinking about, but trying to work out merch stuff and trying to get prices to be not ridiculous is a lot. It's really hard to get prices down because you have to work with these companies that they take the majority of the cut, obviously, for creating the item, and then you just make a small bit of profit. So I do want to look into doing that, but I just want to know, are you guys actually interested? You might not be. And like I said, I'll try to keep the cost as low as possible if it is something I end up doing. And what sort of merch would you want to see? I really want a hoodie. The hoodie's the thing that I really want, but like, would you want cups, glasses, t-shirts? Just, there's all sorts of things you can have. Also, joggers would be great because I live in joggers when I am at home. Anyway, enough of that, back to the build. Like you can see here, I have created the roof using these slats, and again, I use tool mod for this. And then to create that like backing, I was like, what the hell can I use? And I ended up using these curtains, and like I said, I'm using tool mod to bring these into the wall, but there is ways to do it without tool mod. You can delete the wall and just drag it where you want it, and then put the wall back in place. I was just being super lazy and using tool mod, which actually ended up being an absolute nightmare because I don't know what's going on with The Sims at the minute. The colours just kept going weird, so I had to restart my game, and then the colours were fine. But I forgot I wasn't recording, so that's why some things have randomly now appeared on that bedside. So here I'm using some of the hot air balloon decals. I think they're base game. Like I said, they don't quite match the pink of the room. I think I do change the colour a little bit. I think these are a bit too bright, and there was a slightly muted colour that I changed to later on. And in the picture you can see a little bedside table thing here. It looks a bit more rounded, but this sort of matches the style with a nice light on it. I do change light because I don't end up liking that one. But then you can't see the rest of the room. So now I'm just making my own thing up that sort of matches. So here I'm creating a little wardrobe, and again, incorporating those slats into this area because I wanted the room to be cohesive. And I do end up bringing those slats so they match the wall, again, just using tool mod for that. And then I'm using Dream Home Decorator wardrobe / cupboards in here. I know technically you can't get in down the left hand side, but it is just for looks. Your sim can change using the right hand side. But I don't think toddlers have clothes anyway. I use the kids' clothes instead of, because there's no toddler clothes, and hanging those up. So I'm just adding little bits of clutter and shoes and stuff. I put heels and stuff in here then because I was forgetting it was a toddler's room, so I ended up changing them to the kids' shoes, just in a few with different colours. Adding a tiny bit of clutter around like pictures and a few toys also. I'm using this snowy escape door. I absolutely love this door. It's so beautiful. And then on this side wall I am using windows. Again, they are snowy escape. And as always, using the Desert Luxe curtains because they are my favourite curtains. I was going to use a different curtain and I was like, nah, I'm going to go back to my good old favourite. I just love these, and I love the fact that you have that centre part that you can place in so it looks like you can close the curtains fully across. I just think that looks really good. And now I'm going to add a few toys and a rug on the floor just to make it look a little bit more cosy and toddler friendly. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!